Hey guys, so I'm gonna do a quick video. Today is Tuesday, 28th of July, almost end of the month, and it's a Tuesday. So I'm gonna look at SPX 500. I'm gonna look at gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum, because they've been really bullish last few days, I guess. And I've been bullish on them. So let's have a quick look at SPX because this is the market. We had the big dump. Then we started printing shitloads of money, 20% of GDP in a couple of months. So we're back pumping. All that money is going back into the stock market because mainly goes from rich people to rich people. So rich people invest into stock market, into businesses, and most businesses are in the stock market. So okay, so we got that. We were running up. Now we are at this point here. We're very close to all-time high. All-time high here at almost 3.4, but what we want to do is, from a bullish perspective, we'll form this trend line here, and what we want to do is we want to hold it. As you can see here, we've been holding it, and we're trying to hold it here. You can see we formed a nice candle over here. It's a bullish engulfing candle, bouncing right off the trend line here. So it looks good for the bulls. We are also have got this trend line here, which is the all-time high trend line, and we've broken through it, and so far we're above it. And we are starting to form this little triangle here, but there's only 2 touches. So, if we break out here, if we break this top here at 3293. Then we will test all-time high. We will test all-time high. So it will be nice if it happens. If we at least test it this week, right? We test it and break it, maybe break it next week. Let's see what happens here. So that's S&P 500, and we want S&P 500 to be for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We don't want it to dump because if it starts dumping. So for the bear case, if we want to dump, we're going to break this trend line first, but then we will come to retest this one here, and this will be actually a really good area to buy, to load up over here. So over here, if we do break it, but that's for the bearish case. For the bearish case, we're going to break this support at 3200. That's it. That's pretty simple. So let's have a look at gold. Gold has been doing really well. It's actually now putting in a reverse candle here on the daily, but daily is not over yet. There's still 16 hours to go, but it looks like this might be at least temporary top. So very quickly, have a look on the weekly. We were in this long channel, and we broke out of it, right? We broke out of it with a huge volume. Look at the volume increase here. And we broke the all-time high here. We broke all-time high, so that's huge. That's really huge. That's really huge. You can see all-time high here at 929 or something. And the other interesting thing I want to show you is that back in the last bull run, if I drew the channel like this, then we've broken out of the channel a few times, and then broken back, broken out, and then broken back in. Sort of thing. And then on the final push, we broke out, and then we had a huge dump on a huge volume here. So very interesting, right? Very interesting. We're gonna go and break back into this channel, but that's a fair way to go still. So we're on the weekly here, right? We're on the weekly. Now if we go on the daily, possibly what we're forming here is this could be like a falling wedge kind of pattern, rising wedge kind of pattern. that we need to watch out at the moment, right? So we've got this pattern here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got rejected from it for the 5th time with a long wick and pretty good volume. So if we look on the 4-hour, it's the largest volume on the 4-hour candle here. So it's like a volume climax basically. And now we are going to correct. We're going to see what the consolidation is going to look like in this area, right? Where this is temporary top now. And let's see if we can break below the all-time high from 2011 all-time high. So it's going to be interesting to see if we do break back that. Then we are looking at staying inside this rising wedge, and maybe we could even go sideways and retest the bottom of it, which could be a good buy opportunity here. All right, so gold very bullish right now. Has been, look at the run here, right? The run here was 10%, and look at all these green candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles in a row. Of course, you gotta correct here, right? The other sides, very overbought. It got up to 884 right now. This is the resistance area, right, for the other side. Over here and over here. And see how we just went sideways, right? And here we corrected. We formed a long wick, corrected a bit. So what's going to happen here? We're forming this long wick here. I mean, still 15 hours to go, so let's see how the candle is going to close. Looking at the 4-hour right now, the 4-hour 8 EMA is getting tested, and you can see we've held this 8 EMA well on this whole run up. Test, and now we're testing it again. So it's going to be notable as well when we do break, if we do break this 8 EMA on the 4-hour. Looking on the 1-hour, we're good to oversold on 15 minutes, so that's why we're having a bit of a bounce here. We had a little bounce here, but it looks like low volume, so I think we're gonna go a bit lower. But I think 4-hour is very key here. 4-hour 8 EMA. If we do break it and close below it, we're likely to consolidate for longer. But if we do start pumping back up, we are most likely going sideways here. I don't see us breaking the high here, 1981, for at least a few days. We need to wait. We need to see what the consolidation is going to look like. On this consolidation, maybe we're going to comment that it's 8 EMA here, which could be a good buy point. All right, so that's gold. I mean, overall, it's very bullish. We can consolidate. We've been even if you look on the 3 monthly, how many green candles we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green candles in a row. Chances are we need to consolidate. We could even go to 1600, to like the high low is 40%. There's a long way to go to set up a high low here, where you can set it up anywhere. Maybe at 8 EMA, which is about 1600, 1700 range. And then we'll be supported by this area here. So yeah, gold. This is very bullish. So have a look. Last time we had so many green candles in a row was when we had this bullish run up, or maybe over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row. It's not that easy to find so many green candles in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 candles in a row. This is the only time that I can see it. And that was the top. We had 11 candles in a row, and that was the top of the 2012, right? 2012, and then we're down. Okay, so care needs to be taken here. I am overall bullish. I think printing a lot of money. That's why we're hearing this happening. Quick look at the gold versus S&P 500. So we had on the weekly here. So we had the multi-year breakout of gold priced. Sorry, S&P 500 priced in gold. How many ounces of gold do you need for how many S&P 500s do you need to buy some gold, right? That's how we're looking at it here. So basically we had a breakout of the gold versus S&P 500. That means you need you need less gold to buy S&P 500. So we had a bull break here. We topped out in this area of resistance, and then we consolidated. We retested the breakout, which is very, very, very key, very, very nice. We retested, we held it, and then now we're uptrending again on the weekly. So we've got a weekly high low, and we've got a weekly high, which is very, very nice. So gold is likely to be a better investment than S&P 500 at the moment. So yeah. So let's have a look at silver now. Silver had a huge run up. Oh my god, on the weekly it looks crazy here. Let's have a look on the daily. Here. Also a reversal candlestick here forming, rejected from the top here. Likely a temporary top at least. If we zoom in on the 4-hour real quick, we have also a huge volume down candle, a rejection candle. We're still holding 4-hour 8 EMA here. So it's going to be key if we break it down, break it below, close the candle below it. We still got 3 hours in this candle, so we can easily close below. This is kind of a support. If we break it below the support, unless it's a bear trap and we pump back up, we're likely to close below the 8 EMA, and then we're probably going to go into a sort of a longer type of consolidation. But yeah, gold is silver is following gold. The other thing you can see here on the 4-hour is the bearish divergence. So maybe this bearish divergence will play out. We've got a high on the RSI, and then we've got a lower high on the RSI. But we do have a high on the price. So there's a bearish divergence. Possibly going to play out now. And at the same time cool off the RSI. So it's, if you want to cool off the RSI, because RSI is just very hot. The 80 got up to almost 90 here, 88. So yeah, we had a huge run up in 11 days. We ran 40%, almost 40%. That's huge. So of course we have to cool off. It's silver's all over the news now. Like a couple of my friends are asking me about it, and also looking to buy either silver stocks, companies that mine silver or gold. And now's the time to wait just a little bit, couple of weeks, to see what the consolidation is going to look like, and we're likely to going to see lower prices. Good buying points would be at 8 EMA, and then if we do drop to 21 EMA, you can buy 21 EMA as well. So I don't see us dropping much, too low. Well, let's see us dropping below 20 bucks. That's, you know, that's crazy. You know, yeah, this would be a good buy point. You know, you can line it up with the Fibonacci extension 0382 at 2250, 2260. So, but yeah, definitely right now I wouldn't be buying. It's too extended. This is a volume climax here. So volume climax, reversal candle forming. You want to wait it out. You want to see. You want to see what's going to happen. You want to see what's going to happen in this channel. I'm going to break down gold and silver ratio. So we had a huge follow through. We had the climax top here with an all-time high for gold silver ratio. The gold is the most expensive compared to silver, and since then we just completely dumped. And basically that means silver was running up much faster than gold in the last few days. So, and now we went all the way from 126 to 75, and now we're bouncing. Obviously we're oversold on the weekly here. You know, you gotta bounce when you're oversold on the weekly. We did get very oversold on the daily as well. Now we're forming a reversal candle. So what that means is that gold is doing better than silver right now. It's got, you know, it's not as crazy. It doesn't show as crazy moves as silver. The other thing we gotta look at is dollar, right? The dollar index, DXY. We are at this support trend line here. Support trend line. This sort of a long ass triangle, and this is on 3 months time frame, so very long time frame. So yeah, basically it wants to bounce here. It wants to bounce here. It wants to hold this. At the same time, we got the support here as well. A little bit of support here. I would say it's a very key area here for the dollar to hold. Actually, a very key area for the dollar to hold. So I see that the dollar is going to bounce here. The dollar is likely, very likely to bounce here. It's got too much support. It's got a lot of support here, and it is already bouncing. It's already bouncing. If you look on the daily time frame, we are getting some sort of a bounce here. So yeah, I mean, it's very oversold. And if dollar goes up, that means gold is gonna go down, silver is gonna go down a bit. So we're gonna have to see how this consolidation looks like. And you know, gold and silver ran too hard, and dollar ran down too hard. So it's time to take a rest, cool off all the RSIs. You can't just go straight down. You can't just go straight up. And the same thing is going to happen to Australian dollar, I guess. If the American dollar starts bouncing, Australian dollar might come down here. It did have a breakout here out of this bull flag, but let's see what happens now. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin had a breakout here. Bitcoin had a breakout, very nice, and I've been well, I actually did the best trade of my life on Ethereum, but let's have a look at Bitcoin. So we've got a few structures here that we've broken out of, right? We've got this massive triangle. We've got this massive triangle on the weekly. Basically from all-time high, the price has been dropping, you know, it went up here, dropping. It's sort of in the bear market. But now what we have is we had this coronavirus capitulation, and after that the Bitcoin recovered very well, very well, and it formed a weekly bull flag here, and now we broke out. We broke out by breaking through the 10,500 resistance here, and we had a really nice follow through. so far. Now we're consolidating, which we do need because it did run up too fast. So that's one way of looking at it, right? This massive triangle of 800 days, so more than 2 years, which, you know, when they break out, you got really good, you have really good trade setups, and you gotta take those, right? You need to take those if you're a trader. If you're an investor, then you just keep buying all the time. Now, and the other way of looking at it, which I also like, is on the daily. We had a technical setup of head and shoulders, right? We had a head and shoulder setup. If I can find it somewhere. Check out this head and shoulder setup. It was massive. Look at that, perfect. Boom, 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 boom. And now we broke out. So target for head and shoulders is huge, right? And I've got a few targets here, but mainly these targets I derived from the triangle. So you look at target 1, 14K, target 2, 18K, target 3, 27K. So very ambitious, but you know, I can see Bitcoin going up to those targets because so much money printing in the world is going on, and there's like, you know, the cryptocurrency space has advanced quite a lot in the last since the all-time high in 2017, and we have banks offering the cryptocurrency services, and you know, obviously it's not getting banned anymore. So, but mostly I'm very excited about Ethereum, much more so than Bitcoin. So you can see I got lots and lots of lines here drawn. That's because I was getting into this trade here, and I actually got into this trade before the breakout, which turned out to be my best trade of my life so far. But right now we have run up a lot of percent, right? A lot of percent, 44%. We're up 44%. So it's time to cool off. You know, time to chill out. We have a long week here. Reversal. We are overbought here. We possibly a climax volume. Let's have a look on 4 hour. Very quick 4 hour. You know, we can't close above 325 here. So if we can close above 325, then we have a chance. 328, 325 kind of thing. Right. And we form this triangle. Triangle. We form this channel here, and we're getting rejected from the top. And now we're actually testing the bottom, see if we can break it or not. At the same time, we've been holding this 4 hour 8 EMA, and now if we do break it, it's going to be significant, and basically I'm going to close the last of my trade, and then I'm going to see what the consolidation is going to look like. Give it a few days. See this 4 hour candle. It's a big volume here, dump. And then we have another attempt to go to high, and it's a massive rejection. So yeah, we need to cool off on Ethereum. You know, you don't just run 40% and don't have some sort of a daily high low. You know, we need a daily high low. If we do come down to the 8 EMA, it'd be a good buy point around here, you know, 300. Scaling for daily high low. We're gonna have the 0382 Fibonacci here as well. But yeah, yeah, just look at that buying. You know, if you get in at 300, I think it's going to be a good entry. A good entry for long term hold. Long term hold. You know, you can buy in this area here up to 0618. There's going to be a bounce, of course, you know, and what you want to do is you want to protect yourself, right? If you're trading, you always want to protect yourself. If you have a bounce, take some off, let the rest ride, or put a profitable stop loss or break-even stop loss. So yeah. Anyway, very crazy last few days. Worked out really well for me. We have this volume climax here. So let's see how the consolidation is going to be like. And let's hope that S&P 500 doesn't just dump and take Bitcoin and Ethereum down with it. Alright, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I mean, in summary, basically, gold, very bullish but needs a consolidation. Silver, very bullish but needs a consolidation. Bitcoin, very bullish but needs a bit of a consolidation. As long as it stays above 10,500, it's very good. Actually, if it does come down and test 10,500, that's a very, very good buy point. You know, you buy here and then you put a stop just below wherever the low is. Maybe it's going to be a daily high low. You buy at 10,500, you know, maybe it's going to drop to 10,300. You buy that, scale in, and then you put a stop, break even or whatever once we start bouncing. And then you got a really nice entry for a long-term hold here. Ethereum also needs to have a daily high low. Yeah, Link was a good buy over here, already bouncing. But anyway, thanks for watching. Give me any questions you have, I'll answer. Alright, see you later, bye.